Hi, I'm Dana with wholehealthdana.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to make caramelized onion hummus. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is start caramelizing your onions because it's going to take about 25 minutes. So start your stovetop with a pan on top with 1 to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and put it on medium heat and start letting that pan heat up. Then you're going to take a yellow or a white onion, a medium-sized one, and you're going to slice it thinly. So I like to cut my onion in half, and then it makes it easier just to go ahead and slice across the onion. Okay, so once you have those all cut and ready to go, we're going to carry them over to the stovetop and put them in our hot pan. We're going to start to let them caramelize. So the reason why we want to get these started fast is because these could take about 25 minutes to caramelize and brown. So it's going to be the longest portion of this project. And we're going to let them brown for approximately 25 minutes. So now that the onions are caramelizing, we're going to put together the rest of our ingredients. You're going to want 1 can of garbanzo beans. So I got a 15-ounce can here. Look for organic if they have it. You're going to need 3 cloves of organic garlic. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of tahini. Now, if you've never purchased tahini before, in my store you can purchase it around the same section that they sell the peanut butter, almond butter, honey, that type area. And the first time you open it, it could be some oil sitting on the top, so it's best to have a knife handy. And tahini is basically ground up sesame seeds, so it's found in most hummuses that you make, not all, but most. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and then just a dash of pepper. And then lastly, you're going to need 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed organic lemon juice. Now, you can use bottled. I don't. I think it tastes better when you use a fresh lemon, and plus you get more of its nutritional benefits. I'm just going to squeeze it straight into the measuring cup. I need about 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so that gave me just shy of 1/4 of a cup. I'm not going to cut another lemon for just a little bit, so we'll work with what we have. Okay, so once we have all the ingredients in the food processor bowl, we're going to turn it on and we are going to process it until it's smooth. So this is what it's going to look like once we've pulled it off of the food processor. And now we're just going to let it sit aside while we wait for our caramelized onions to finish, and we'll get started. And if I didn't mention before, when I opened up that can of garbanzo beans, I did drain it first. So do not put the fluids or the liquids in here because it's going to make it very runny. So this is what it looks like after about 20 minutes. We're going to give it a few more minutes to brown just a little bit more, and then they will be perfect. Okay, so I've given the onions about 5 minutes to cool off, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our mixture from our food processor and we're going to add these into it. And then we're going to put the bowl back on and we're going to fully process it the way we did before. So we're going to get the same sort of smooth consistency that we had, but the onions will be completely blended in at this point. Okay, so I did that for approximately 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit less. You can see that it's a nice smooth consistency. If you look around the edges, you can see some of the onion. Let's transfer this to a serving bowl, and then we can give it a try. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I saved out a little bit of the caramelized onions before I put it in, just so that I had some to garnish it. So I used kind of a flat bowl today, so I'm just spreading it out a little bit. And then I'm going to take the little bit of caramelized onions that I saved out and just sprinkle them a little bit over the top to give them a pretty little look. So this is what it looks like. And you can serve this with whatever you like to eat hummus with. I use carrots, celery, cauliflower, and sweet peppers most of the time. I don't eat grains, so I don't use chips or pita bread or anything like that. But use whatever it is that you like to eat your hummus with. All right, so let's give it a try. This is one of the best hummuses I make. Wow. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Whole Health Dana and how to make a caramelized onion hummus. If you would like a printable copy of this recipe, visit my website at www.wholehealthdana.com. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, check out the links below. Thank you for joining me today, and have a great day.